Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back out of another video for you guys, and I'm back with another series or season 7 review of The Flash as we finally get the first of the two-part episode the first of the two-part season finale of the show, where we finally get the return of Nora and the I guess you can say the debut of obviously Mr. Impulse, or AKA Bart Allen. This was a good episode. And again, I asked a very much question is this: why did we not focus more on this arc from the beginning? You made me waste all this time with the ending conclusion of season 6, the Stupid Forces plotline, even though it is kind of relevant to what happened with Iris, and then some forced Allegra BS that I don't care, and then filler. And now when we get the Godspeed stuff, now we're seeing the good shit. It took them this long to finally get here? Well, I guess it's worth it, so whatever. This episode was great, especially the cliffhanger with Godspeed. My God. Anyways, we start the episode off with Nora and Bart telling Barry and obviously Chester what happened to get to this point. So they were fighting Godspeeds in their timeline, and there was a part where Bart literally phased through Godspeed, and Nora told him, like, listen, that was stupid. You could have hurt yourself, got yourself killed, and stuff like that. We find out that essentially Nora is like essentially an adult while Bart's like a freshman in college, and stuff like that. So we get a team up of father, son, and daughter. And eventually, when they go off to go fight the Godspeeds and try to stop the Godspeeds from attacking, the Godspeeds literally stop their fight and they look at them and they're like, that's the enemy. So they all run away. They all run in 3 different paths, but the only catch is all the Godspeeds are going after Bart. And eventually he gets cornered and it looks like he's about to die to one of the Godspeeds, but then Barry and Nora come in and save him. Eventually when they get back to Star Labs, Barry asks the question, like, why are Godspeeds coming after you? And Bart kind of throws a temper tantrum and gets pissed off because the thing is, we find out that, well, guess what? Godspeed is, I guess, what Bart says is his Eobard Thawne, his Reverse Flash. And essentially, Barry's like, you don't know what you're talking about. Dawn killed your grandmother and stuff like that. And he was getting very freaking testy and everything with obviously Barry. And that's when you have it to where, again, like I said, Bart kind of lashes out at Barry and he runs off and stuff like that. And Nora's like, don't worry, Dad. I got Bart. I understand him more than anybody else and everything. And we're like, okay, very interesting with what we're seeing here and stuff like that. So this is when we cut over to, I believe, Earth 2, and we see, yes, Jay Garrick return, and it seems like he's ready to help Barry with his Flash duties. We also find out Barry was talking to Gideon in this episode too, because he wants to find more speedsters to help in this case. And we actually get a Wally West reference, and the reason why they explain Wally West can't show up is, well, he's meditating somewhere, but I don't think the actor Keenan is coming back anytime soon, if not at all. I don't know. So that explains why Wally West isn't here, or not making an appearance and everything, even though it would be cool to see him. But also too, Iris comes back. But first, before Iris comes back, before Jay Garrick leaves to go help Barry, he gets essentially attacked by all these Godspeeds, and they capture him. But going back to the Barry scene, Iris comes back, and we find out from Iris that Dion was able to nullify her particles so she doesn't damn near disappear from existence. So they end up talking to Bart and Nora, they see them and everything. And essentially this is when they tell Bart, listen, me and Nora will handle taking the Godspeeds down. You just stay back since they seem to be going after you and everything. And that's when Nora's like, I think mom and dad are right, so let me and dad do this and everything. So this kind of gets Bart a little bit disappointed in everything. Now, kind of the subplot of this episode is a little bit of the Joe and then the Allegra stuff. So I'm just gonna run through the Joe and Kramer stuff. After what happened with them last week, Joe and Kramer's talking to like the feds about that, and Joe essentially remembers the fact that, well, oh boy told Kramer that she already died, but Kramer doesn't tell that to the feds. And that's why Joe this entire episode was like, you sure you don't want to tell the feds, or why didn't you not tell the feds about what he said? And Kramer's like, don't worry about it. What's done is done. And then the Allegra storyline is essentially where Chester essentially, after this one device ends up failing and they fail to capture Godspeed and everything. The thing is, Chester sees that, well, Allegra's clearly going through pain and stuff like that. And eventually that's when he finds out that Ultraviolet from Allegra died. And essentially Allegra blames herself for not being there for her family. So that's gonna probably maybe be wrapped up next week. Obviously they're showing that Chester and Allegra are more than likely going to hook up and be a couple. And stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyways, that's the thing. What happens next is, but before that, Flash and Nora try to stop Godspeed, but Nora gets attacked. She kind of gets knocked out. Killer Frost shows up to save Barry from his speed almost getting taken again. My God, I need to drink water soon. But they go back. They're okay. Nora's okay, and that's when they kind of, try to plan something to try to stop Godspeed and everything. But then that's when we see Bart go on his own to try to stop Godspeed himself because, well, he feels like it's his fight, and his sister also got hurt, and he blames himself for it. So he goes to this cathedral where essentially all the Godspeeds essentially corner Bart, and they're essentially softening and taking his speed and damn near putting him on the brink of death, essentially. Because what we find out here is the reason why Bart is so hostile towards Godspeed is we find out that, well, Godspeed killed what they call Uncle Jay, or killed Jay Garrick, essentially. So when what happens is Flash and Nora show up. Nora distracts the other Godspeeds while Flash saves Bart from almost dying by doing the same thing that Bart did at the start of the episode by phasing through Godspeed. And they save Bart, but Bart's knocked out. Oh my God, I need to really get my drink of something, but I'll finish this review up. But what happens is essentially Jay freaking, gets back to his senses. He wakes up, and then they look at, obviously, Bart and Nora confess, but then they're all surrounded by the Godspeeds. Hell, the Godspeeds too, they make references to the Godspeeds show up faster or get back up faster and more persistent. So good thing is Cisco finally returns. He saves them. He's like, it's not gonna hold him. Let's get out of here. And stuff like that. So Cisco is returned for the finale of the episode. For the final 2 episodes of the series. So what happens next, or how the episode ends off, essentially, is the fact that Barry and Godspeed can connect, their thoughts. So Barry goes into the consciousness of August Hart, and we see going into the cathedral again. Barry confronts August Hart in the Godspeed costume on the throne, saying you made a mistake coming here and stuff like that. And that's where the episode ends up. Great episode. Very much enjoyed it. I can't wait to see what the season finale for season 7 is going to be. And yeah, but I thought I like the incorporation of Nora and Bart. I thought they were both great character. I thought Bart was a great character, so Jordan Fisher plays him wonderfully. It was great to see Jessica Parker Kennedy as Nora again, even though it's a different Nora. So yeah, and even she makes a reference to the fact, like, oh yeah, the Nora you once knew way back in season 5. Yeah, I know I'm a totally different Nora than what you guys experienced, but I'm kind of still the same me. So yeah, but cool than that. So if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of The Flash, as well as hit that subscribe button to get more CW, DC TV show content. Other than that, guys, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day or night and check out this video. Till then, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.